Hey guys and gals and others, welcome back to my YouTube channel and podcast review. And today's Oscar-nominated film is Claudine, produced and directed by John Barry and produced by Hannah Weinstein, starring the infamous Diane Carroll as Claudine, James Earl Jones as Rube, and lastly, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs as Charles. This captivating story is about a subject of welfare and how the welfare system program does more damage than good for the Black community, showing us its issues and problems within the lower class and systematic issues within Black microaggressions and with welfare. But after that, Claudine falls in love with Rube, and after a few family issues within Claudine's family, such as Charles' problem with his mother dilemma, with the amount of kids that she's having, him getting a vasectomy. This is literally all in an hour film, by the way, but beyond that. And Charlene ended up aiding Claudine's kids by her getting pregnant and becoming a parent herself. Now, on to the review. Although I did like the film, it does have some issues, and overall Claudine has 6 to 7 kids, and if you want honestly a committed relationship, why the hell are you going into Rube's apartment on the first date to have sex with him? I just didn't understand this, because to me personally, it just doesn't make sense. If you're wanting an earthly or just a committed relationship, why would you, I know it wasn't intended for her to sleep with him, but it ain't adding up, girl. You want this, but you want that. Make it make sense. But anyways, I felt that it was bizarre, and it showcased maybe that's why her relationships in the past didn't work. Because also, if you notice, Roop knew all the hookers in his apartment. Suspect. That's not a good look. And that says a lot. Another issue I do have is Roop. Not only is he a deadbeat dad that has mad kids, Roop is a weirdo, to be honest. I don't know what it is about 80s, 70s, 60s romance movies and books, but the male protagonist and sometimes the female protagonist can be so creepy and weird. For example, this was dumb of Claudine, but I guess she takes a bath in his apartment, and he's already trying to see the goods of her breasts. I felt no me no, he just kept pursuing it, and it was a little weird. It was a weirdo. He was weird. But other than that, I loved it. How it showcased being on welfare and its issues, the downfall, and how it destroys families rather than regains the structures of Black households. For example, with Rupe's family dynamic, he does help and aid to some of Claudine's kids and their issues. For example, one kid gets help by that teaching that school is important, and him helping Claudine by giving her gifts to help her with her troubles and issues, which I did respect, and I did like how he did teach that kid that education was important. Towards the end, I feel like they got off of welfare and then ended up getting married. But my whole thing is, this happened most likely within a week. I thought that was crazy, and it showcases also why Claudine's marriages probably don't work. But at the end of the day, it is a romance movie, so I guess I'm not supposed to make sense of it or not think too harshly on it. One thing I did like was the fact that the family Charles, one of Claudine's kids, advocated against welfare and in many protests of its issues. But overall, with its quick-paced timeline, captivating acting, and decent storytelling within the government system and its issues, I would give this film definitely a 6.9. Great story, phenomenal acting, but lack of realism. Thank you guys, and that is it for the Alien review. Don't forget to comment and like.